Hi, brothers and sisters. So, I want to come back and do an update on my dream last night where I was on the Aleutian Islands, those islands below Alaska. They're part of Alaska. The very tip of them belong to Russia. So, I went shopping after I did my video, and my daughter, when I walked in, she said, "Mom, I had this dream. It was like a story last night." And she said that in this dream, she was in like this cave, and there was a pool of water in the middle of it. And she said I could see this woman was standing in this cave. She was like a tribal woman, and she was doing this wicked dance, like praying to another god. And she said there was writing all over the wall. And she said an alligator came up out of this water and ate this lady. And she said the water turned into hot lava and everything was going to be destroyed. And she said I was on an island off the coast of Africa. And my jaw dropped, you guys, because I had a dream, and I was about a year ago, and I was hovering over Madagascar. And Madagascar is off the coast of Africa. I don't know if there's any other islands. That's the only one I really seen on a map. I don't know if she was on Madagascar or what, but she said she was on an island off the coast of Africa. And she said lava started to take over this island and just swell up everywhere. And yeah, my jaw dropped. And I said, just like what's happening with Hawaii right now, and the dream I had last night about the Aleutian Islands and the tsunami and volcano, an underwater volcano eruption, and she said also too, when she woke up this morning, she went to tell her guy friend in Bulgaria, and she led him to Jesus not too long ago. But he had the same dream last night about being in a cave and basically the same thing happening. And he was allowed to see some things that are going to start happening with these volcanoes and earthquakes and stuff. And this is all biblical, you guys. It's all scriptural. If you don't know, if you're just watching this for the first time, it says the islands will disappear. And it's part of God's judgment. If you don't know Jesus, you better accept him as soon as possible. You better get to know him as soon as possible, because these things are going to start to happen. And Colleen and Chad Crawford and Chad had a dream last night that was kind of like mine last night. He said he was riding this huge wave, and it took him on top of the Pyongyang summit, and he had to stay there for 7 days. You guys go check it out. I don't know if he's made a video about it yet, but it's pretty crazy, you guys. The Lord is bringing all of our dreams together. And then Colleen at Jesus is King, I think, she had a dream. It's her second video. If you go over there, go down one, and it's called Communist Drinking Tea or something like that. But it's kind of like my Putin one, when Putin had that woman locked in the barn, and this samurai looking warrior came by and said, I'll save you. She had her hands bound behind her back, and he came by and he said, I'll save you. And she was like, well, I don't know, okay. And then the next thing was, we were back in the barn, and she was leaning over this table drinking out of this bowl, and this Chinese or samurai, I don't know which one he came from, but which country he came from, but he was just to me like a Chinese or samurai warrior. He bit her on the back of the neck. Now, Colleen had a confirmation of this too, where the tea was being drank and they were bitten. So go check that out. And then it makes me think of the Illuminati, Otis. When I had that dream about the Blue Bloods, that movie Blue Bloods, And Danny from Blue Bloods was screaming in my face. He says, right now, Otis has a weapon in the back of this house that will kill millions. And I woke up, and I didn't know anything about Otis. I started researching the name Otis. And I guess there's songs about it, like Beyonce or Jay-Z or something did a whole thing about Otis, and it means only the Illuminati survive. Well, guess what? We know that's not true. We know they're the ones that are going down. And it's funny because if you get into an elevator, most of the elevators, the brands, they're called Otis. You'll see the Otis brand. And lots of us have had dreams about rapture. The elevator symbolizing rapture, which I thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah, I mean, all the stuff is happening, you guys. These volcanoes are going to be going off. I had a vision. I think it was like one of my third or fourth visions about a year ago where I seen this crater. And the earth started to shake. And the crater started to fill up with water. It was huge. It was like down in Arizona, or I think it was in Arizona. It was a desert area, and I knew I was south of California, but it was this huge crater. And the earth began to shake, and the inside of the crater began to break away and fill with water. So the Lord is just bringing and all of these dreams that we've had together and confirming these things of what he's trying to warn us. And you know, the woman that got bit on the back of the neck, the woman that got eaten by the fish, the woman that got eaten by the alligator, you know, the woman represents America. And what has happened right now is that Kim just went and met with Putin. And now he called off the meeting with Trump, went and met with Putin. Now he's back, crawling back to Trump. Now the meeting's back on. And what happened in my barn dream? He betrayed the woman. He bit her on the back of the neck. And it was Putin, it was a woman, and it was a samurai. They were all in this barn together. And Putin had this woman bound in this barn, and he said, when he left, he said, stay right here. I have to go take care of some business. Well, what is he doing right now? He's meeting with all these foreign leaders. They're all making alliances. He's all doing all this business. Trump is meeting with all these people. Kim is meeting with all these people. They're all making deals, passing around that silver dollar, that silver 3D. And Trump is saying, no one's going to take my silver 3D. It's going to be war. And they all know what they're doing. They're going to trade us like bags of potatoes on the table. And they're not going to care who they kill, who they blow up. They're not going to care about children. They have no remorse. They have no feelings about what they're doing. And so now is the time. The birth pains are starting. It was economically, politically, and now the earth is starting to cry out. It's judgment. It's the birth pains are starting, you guys. Everything we've seen since before the Revelation 12 sign, it's just escalating and escalating and escalating. And now the earth the Lord is showing signs in the earth and everything. And accept Jesus Christ before it's too late. Secure your seat on that rapture train. And because you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here for this great tribulation that's going to come. The Lord's judgment. Okay, I love you guys. And I'll go find the links to Colleen and see if Chad put a video out. And I love you guys. God bless you.